Good morning, everybody. My name is Glenda Baum. I am 82 and I was a physiotherapist for about 60 years or something, a very long time. I am aware of how important, as you get older, it is to do a certain amount of exercise, what muscles need to be exercised and why. And I've devised for myself a little exercise program I do every morning. It's got extended as to take me about 20-25 minutes, but I suggest you start off with a much shorter one and then you can increase it as you feel you want to. I have found that life being what it is, if I don't do this first thing in the morning while I'm in bed, it somehow never happens later on in the day. So I should be in my pajamas, but I'm wearing this and we're all ready. First thing to do is, or to tell you about why the particular reason for choosing these exercises. Right, we live in a world with gravity, which causes us to, that's why our muscles work the way that they do. It's the muscles that keep us up against gravity, which are your leg muscles, your quadriceps, your buttock muscles, and your back muscles. We also need tummy muscles to keep our posture up and to keep in a good upright state. And of course, everything is linked to everything else. So we're going to those are the main muscle groups that we're going to do, is the quadriceps, the tummy, a little bit of breathing at the very beginning, because that's so important to get oxygen into your body and to breathe properly. And particularly exercises that stop you walking bent forward, but will encourage you to keep up straight. Okay, let's start with a bit of breathing, deep breathing. People tend to just use the top of their chest, but what you want to do is use your diaphragm. Singers do this all the time. If you don't even think about breathing in, but just relax your shoulders, push your tummy out, you find it makes you breathe in. So I can't talk and do this, but what I'm going to do is breathe in and my tummy will come out and I'm going to take a really big breath, fill my whole chest. Hopefully the last thing that comes up is my shoulders, because people tend to breathe using just the top bit and not the bottom bit. Right, here we go. So I'm not going to count, I'm not going to say anything, but you might be able to see my hands moving. The idea is to breathe in, hold it for a few seconds, breathe in through your nose, breathe out through your mouth. So one more. Okay, we're now ready to begin. I'm going to lie in the bed on my back. Pillows away. It's easier if you're level, but if you need to, you can have a pillow. Right. Am I in the right position, Leora? Okay, here we go. First thing is just a warmer upper. I maybe do another breath here, but I'm going to save time and forget that now. And twist both knees side to side with my head going the other way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Actually, it's going to be 10 times complete ones, and I've now lost count, but I guess that's about 10 now. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is to flatten my back into the bed. If I put my hands underneath, I can feel I'm squashing my hands. I'm not at this point lifting my bottom, I'm just squashing. So let's do it together. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm working the base of my spine. 5, 6, 7, 8. Squeezing my bottom as I come up. And last one, and rest. If you wanted to make this harder, when you've done this for a few weeks, you can then lift up your bottom and go down from the top downwards, like that. This exercise is actually easier done on the floor than on the bed, depending on how, if the bed is really bouncy, you can't do it. Right, now we're on to the important muscle groups. So we're going to start with the tummy. So I'm going to do, the tummy muscles are either ones that go straight up and down, or there's diagonals. I'm going to work all three, and we're going to do 10 of each. So first of all, the straight ones. Support my head with 2 hands, but just to support it and take the strain off. So I'm going to breathe out, breathe in. As I breathe out, I'm starting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You should feel it in your tummy. 8, 9. Last one. Good. Now the diagonals. So this time I'm going to lift up diagonally. I'm lifting up one knee and I'm just supporting my head as it turns to the side. That I think is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And of course we have to do the other side. You can have a rest in between if you want to. Other side. Here we go. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, that's your tummy done. Now, probably the most important muscles are your thighs. You've got to keep your knees straight. It's so important that you are able to go upright. So for the legs, I'm going to show you the first bit, which is what you do. It's 10 lifts, very easy. You pull your foot up in the ankle and you slowly lift your leg as high as you can. I'm lucky I can go quite high, okay? 10 times. But instead of putting it straight down, I'm going to bend it and put it down. So you're working, it's a little bit more complicated, but probably better. Here we go. 1, bend down. 2, bend down. 3, point the toe down. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And if you can only go up that far, it doesn't matter. And the last one, that will make up for the little one I did. The other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great. Okay, so that is the legs dealt with for the moment. Now I'm going to turn on my side and work my hip muscles so that we do a whole range of movement. I suggest that when you start, you just do the first 10 if you can. 5 is enough. Just if you feel you can't do it, you stop. You shouldn't be doing anything that's painful. You're meant to be enjoying this. And by the way, when I do this, I have some music on in the background. Doesn't matter what the rhythm is, I can always fit into it. So any kind of music that you enjoy. Once you've got used to your routine and you don't need to listen to me. Right, here we go. My left leg. I'm going to make a circle. Forward. 2, 3, 4. I'm trying to keep my hip more or less still. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And reverse. 1. So I'm going backwards. 2. It's different muscles. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Coming as high as I can. 8, 9. Last one. And 10. And rest. Okay. And then we have to turn on the other side. Sorry about my back, folks. Here we go. I'm bending the other leg up to keep me balanced. Right, 10 times forward first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rest and back, reverse. This is, let me think, this is clockwise, I think. Difficult to think about a clock when you're lying on your side. It must probably be about 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more. 9. Last one. Good. Okay. We're doing well. Right. Now I turn over normally, but this time I'm going to turn over and face the camera because I think it's probably better. This is a big bed. So here we go. And I'm beginning to think about my arms. Here we go. So it's the idea of this is to stretch your back backwards because life is making us bend forward the whole time. And it is important that you keep this movement in your back. You want, when you do this, to make sure that you're not lifting up your whole body. It's just your upper half. So think that you've got some super glue fixing your belly button to the floor, to the bed, not the floor, to the bed. Okay, so push-ups. This is quite hard, so if you only manage 2 or 3, that's fine, because the next day you can do 3 or 4. So, or every second day you increase. Here we go. 1. Keep your legs relaxed. As you come up is the effort, you breathe out. So, out as you come up. You might want to do, in fact breathing isn't it? I don't find that this makes me breathless. I think that's 5 people, is it?
7.
7, thank you. 8, 9, the last one, 10. Now what I do then is actually, this is a stretchy one, because stretching and keeping your range of movement is really important. And if I can, I put my feet over, just up my toes on the end of the bed, and then just go down in a rather familiar position and just hold that. So you're stretching your shoulders, you're stretching your knees, and you want to get your weight as far back as you can. So you just breathe. 2 or 3, 20 seconds, something like that. Right. And we nearly finished the bed ones. Got a nasty feeling I've forgotten something, but we'll find out. I'm coming off and I'm going to do the last one, which is the most energetic. And again, it's probably easier on the floor, but if you get to the corner of the bed, so you've got your feet straddling it, and then come down, so you've got your legs on the floor, feet are touching. Now I'm going to start off with my hands there, because this is easy, and all I'm doing now is working my bottom and lower back muscles. So here we go. Breathe in and breathe out, and go. 1, I'm only going to do 5, because this is the beginning version. 3, 4, now what I do is make it harder now by lifting my top arms up as well. Perhaps starting off there, but I can now lift up with my arms way up there. So Leora, you said this was Superman, is that right?
Yeah.
And maybe I'm Superwoman, wow. Okay, I think I've got about 3 more to do. Lost count again. Okay, right, so that is our major muscle groups. But we do need to do a little bit more because life is standing up, not lying down in the bed. Do you want me further back? Okay, right, so, I normally would have a little bit more of a pause before leaping up and doing this. Right, first thing, feet apart, get balanced, stand nicely. We could do another breathing. Let's do that before, to get relaxed. Shoulders down, posture in, tummy in, and then push that tummy out. Now, turn round. This is a yoga one, I think. I like to actually wallop my bottom. Don't know why. Side to side. Because when you walk, you need to be able to move your spine. If you think about we did not evolve to have this kind of life. We evolved to be nomad Stone Age people walking for miles and miles and miles. So when you walk like that, it's a rotation of your lower spine and you need to keep that movement going. Okay, that's the first one. Now, side bends. I'm going to do just 5 to each side. And then the other side. And that's quite easy. Now, I know I'm stiffer one side than the other, so I have to work this left side. Right, now I'm going to bring my hands up and do it again. This is a bit more leverage. 2, 3, 4, 5, and the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now it's time to think about bending forward. So I'm going to stand in front of the bed. So if I lose my balance, I know the bed is there. And I'm just going to gently bend forward, feet apart, just gently relax down. I can actually touch the floor with my feet apart with no problem. Come up and stretch up for the ceiling. Let's have 3 of those, say. Tap down there and up. Okay, one more. Then that will progress to interlocking your fingers, and as you come up, turn your hands round, and then you can reach back a bit and down. 1, 2. Just go for one more. Look how much lower I'm getting now. 3. Now we're going to progress the sideways bit by going sideways. 1. I would do 5 to each side. Actually, I'll do the 5 for the second it takes. Okay, and now the other side. So I'm really stretching up and to the side. 3, 4. Be careful when you do this that you're not in any way unsteady. Perhaps you need a chair in front of you to hold on to, but you mustn't risk falling. So be very careful. Don't push yourself too much too quickly. It will come. Right, we're nearly done. The bit that hasn't been done is head and neck. So let's do a bit of shoulders and arms here, just to loosen up. And there is, actually, I didn't tell you, Leora, but I do go to the stairs and do just a few on the stairs afterwards. So it's not just bed, so that's when I'm going down to get my breakfast. Right, here we go. What am I doing? Oh yeah, head and neck, thank you. Right, so it's important you don't get dizzy. I know I've got yucky neck. I mean, it's quite old, all my bones and things. But you can be flexible and not have pain, or you can have pain and be stiff. So it's just a question of getting a right balance and taking it easy and gradually getting better. Right, here we go. I'm going to go down, over to one side, down, and the other side. Semicircle. This is the beginning one. And as I do this, I'm just noticing how far I can see behind me. And having only one eye, obviously I can't see as far to this side as the other side. Right, now I will progress this, and must be sitting for this, to go all the way round and the other way. I can hear it. No, funny enough, I can't hear it. Usually I get a click. There we go. Right, and then I want to work at the turning, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. I'm doing it 5 times here because I really need to be able to turn to the left when driving, okay? And 1, I can go nearly, but not, I can go further this side, not surprisingly. Okay, right. I think that's it. I think we'll just finish with, haven't done much arm stuff, but we're going to do that in a minute. We did a push-up. So let's just finish by just sitting, relaxing, breathing deeply. Make sure your shoulders are down. And just think of the day ahead and how it's going to be a good day till you get to the stairs. Right. I've just realised you may not have stairs. So if you haven't got stairs, this is an alternative which at least works your thigh muscles. So sit down, and what you want to do is pull up your foot and straighten your leg and lift one leg up if you can. Now, it's not always that easy. If that is difficult, you can feel it working there. If that is difficult, then the other way, or to do as well, is simply to just lift your foot up. And it would be better in a higher chair, so sit on cushions or telephone directories or something, so that you can lift your foot up. And if you can manage to put a weight over your foot, ankle weight, you get quite cheaply once you Velcro on, or you can make a weight with, do you know those oven gloves that have got a pocket either side? You stick a bag of sugar or a pound of something, a can, in each of the two pockets, wrap it in a figure eight, do it like that. So you do that, and you should, if you're doing an exercise to make muscles stronger, you need to work a bit harder all the time. And what I didn't say is my routine is actually normally, is 20 times, not 10 times, 20 times, but I built up to it gradually. So that's the other leg, either this way, and if possible with a weight on your leg, or lift. Straight knee is quite difficult. In fact, I think it would be better to come to the front of the chair, then you've got further to lift the knee back. Okay, so that's the alternative, but I'm going to go to the stairs now. Right, we're downstairs in our lovely modern house with a modern staircase. I have 4 exercises I do here with a little bit of stretching. This is to work, first of all, your quadriceps, and this time it really is against gravity. It's very simple. You put one foot up on the step, you lean forward. Now, the thing is not to pull yourself up with your hands, but to lean forward and do it with the leg. 1, I'm bending my leg, I'm keeping my head over the second step. I'm not pulling myself, but I'm making sure, because my balance isn't as it was 20 years ago. So I'm making sure I'm safe. That's 5 times, okay? I would start with 5 and build up to more. And the other one, same thing, over we go. And lift, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? The other important anti-gravity muscle is your calf. So that's easy too. You start off the easy way, put your toes on the bottom step. You do need to hold on for this one. And you drop your heels below the step, shoulders down, nice posture, tummy in, and go onto tiptoe. Now that's not too difficult. We'll do that 5 times. Okay. 4, 5. Then I transfer more weight onto one leg. Now I can do, and you imagine you've got scales there and you've got one foot with a bit more weight on it. Don't put all your weight on, just a bit of weight. Now if you feel you're getting breathless or have chest pain or anything like that, you of course stop immediately. 3, 4, 5, and then the other one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then just to finish off, the 2 again together. 1, and you know what's going to come next. It's going to be a calf stretch. 5. So we're stretching those muscles we've just worked, and it's even better with the stair here, because what you can do is put one foot at the bottom step, and now there isn't a carpet here, so my foot's sliding away, so it's better to do this either where there is a carpet or you've got shoes on that won't slip. Okay, or do it somewhere else. So what I'm doing now is I'm keeping my back straight and bending forward and trying to push that back heel down. Hold it for 4, 5, 6, let's say 8 seconds. And then the other leg. It's quite difficult because it's tending to slide away. 1, 2, that's all right now. If I put more weight on it, it doesn't slide. 3, and I'm pushing my right knee back and bending forward with my left one, and I can feel the stretch. If you don't feel the stretch in your calf, it's not working. Right, okay, so now the arms have been neglected a little bit, so it's time to do some strong arm work if you can. Here we go. Again, it might be harder because it's carpet, right? Here we go. Right, this is not my usual place of residence, I should add. I usually do have carpet there. Right, here we go. I'm doing a press up, so I need to keep my body straight, and I'm going to do, I'll start with 5. I'll just do 5 for now. I do 20 of everything. 2. Leora, is my body straight?
Yes.
4, 5. And then I'm in the perfect position to do a really nice stretch. I think I need to even put my hands up now. No. So I'm just stretching everything out there. Okay. And then the last exercise, last one, is triceps. On the second step, put your hands, if you can, on the elbow behind you. Otherwise, you have to leave them there. But it's better on the step behind you. Sorry, not the elbow, on the step behind you. And this one, you do need to think about your breathing, because this is really hard work. So just try once or twice, gradually increase. So before we start, let's take a breath out. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, I'm going to lift. 1, 2. My feet are not slipping away. 3. But if I want to make it slightly harder, I put my feet further forward like that, but then I think, it's hard. I can't do it on the slippery floor. Right, so that's everything except we did the head and neck, but there's one more that I really like that I realise I've forgotten about your head and neck. You know, most of the movements that we do in life are diagonal. You know, if you throw a ball, if you're a bowler, tennis, all these things are diagonal, not straight back and side. So, is that all right then? What I do, I know I've got a dodgy neck, so what I do with my neck is I do a diagonal movement, like I look straight ahead, and then I go back to the left, forward and down to the right. Like I'm looking at, I don't know what I'd be looking at, I can't think. So that's quite easy. Shoulders relax and down, then I reverse it. It's almost too easy. So I'm doing this for range of movement. Basically, you do exercises either to keep muscles strong or to keep joints mobile. This is for mobility, to keep the range of movement. But I can make it work a little bit harder if I put one hand here, one hand here. So I'm going to push back against my hand, down with the other one. So I'm giving myself resistance. It's the equivalent of putting weights on your leg. 3, I think this is, I've lost count again, maybe one more, okay? And of course, you have to do the other side. So, here we go. Push down, push back, push down, hand over my cheekbones. That's 3, 4, 5. That's all the hard work, but what's really nice to do is just relax at this point and think about your breathing. So I'm sitting in the bottom step. I'm just going to go, haven't I done well? And just think about my breathing to finish. So, hope you find this useful. Do, when you've listened to it, remember the precautions. Take it easy, nothing should hurt. Bear in mind your advice from your doctor about what you should be doing and should be doing. I find I get a little bit breathless sometimes when I get up to 20 on the quadriceps, so I know to go easy, going upstairs that is. So the key thing is to enjoy it, and I do find music is much better than listening to my voice. So learn the exercises, try and work up to 10, 15, maybe 20 like me. I'm lucky. And thank you for watching.